My name is Shumon Bachar. I am a student of History Department. Now I am going to discuss about the introduction of Mauryan dynasty. Chandragupta Mauryan was founded by Mauryan dynasty. He assassinated Dhanananda, the last king of the Nanda dynasty, and established Mauryan dynasty in 321 BCE. And the Ashok was the best king of this empire. The empire came to an end in 187 BCE with the assassinated by the Pushyamitra Shunga of the Shunga dynasty.
My name is Shubham Mandal and I'm from History Department. So today I'll discuss about Chandragupta Maurya. So Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of the Mauryan Empire. He built one of the largest empire on the Indian subcontinent. Chandragupta was an important figure of the history of India, laying the foundation of the first state to unite most of India. So Chandragupta, under the tutelage of Chanakya, created a new empire based on principle of statecrafts, built a large army and continued expanding the boundaries of his empire until ultimately renouncing it for an ascetic life in his final years.
My name is Shanwaz Bishwas from History Department. I am going to discuss about Bindusara. Bindusara was born to Chandragupta, the founder of the Mauryan dynasty. He was the second Mauryan emperor of India. Greek writers address him as Amitraches, while Mahabharata refers to him as Amitragad. It is rather esteemed that both these sources are silent on Bindusara. Greek sources also mention of his diplomatic relation with Western king, believed to have joined the Ajibic sect. Under his rule, almost the full subcontinent was under the Mauryan dynasty.
My name is Dimanish Khatak. I am from Maharashtra Government College History Department. I am going to discuss about Ashoka's Dhamma policy. Samrat Ashoka is mostly remembered for his Dhamma policy. The word Dhamma being a Prakrit word that represents truthfulness. Ashoka in his Dhamma policy has mainly focused on the moral upbringing of his people. He has discussed there about non-violence, pity, charity, truthfulness, etc., etc., that is mainly based upon the enlightenment of human being. Though he was a Buddhist by religion, but he has never declared Buddhism as the state religion. Even Samrat Ashoka is known to appoint Dhamma Mahamatyas who were engaged to propagate his Dhamma policy.
Soham Ghoshal from History Department. Today I am going to talk about Emperor Ashoka's administrative setup. Ashoka set a very high ideal of paternal kingship for himself. He repeatedly asked his officials to tell his subjects that the king looked upon them as his children. He appointed Dhamma Mahamatyas to propagate the idea of Dhamma among various social groups and appointed Rajukas to administer justice in his empire. For public welfare, he planted trees, dug wells and built roads. He also banned animal sacrifice and built veterinary hospitals. In this way, Ashoka was far ahead of his.
Hello, I am Shamnadeep Madhuk from History Department. I am going to discuss about Maurya spy system. The espionage system of the Mauryas was well developed. There were spies who informed the emperor about bureaucracy and markets. Only the most efficient, smart and extremely honest male and females were recruited in this department. Shanstana, Shanchari and Gaudiputra were detectives or secret agents. The Patibodakas may be compared with the institution of spies mentioned in the Association. Ashoka mentioned that they are appointed to 3 cadets.
Hello, my name is Laji Parveen from History Department. Today I am going to discuss about the Mauryan Empire formed an army. The Mauryan army, the largest starting military force of its time, supported the expansion and defense of the empire. According to scholars, the empire wielded 6 lakhs infantry or foot soldier, 30k civilry or soldier on horseback, and 9k war elephant. Chandragupta Maurya raised an army with the assistance of Chanakya. The tactics of the Mauryan army was a mixed group.
I am Shapna Sardar. I am in BA first year from History Department. I am according to the Maurya Empire system of government. The Maurya Empire was divided into 4 provinces, each governed by the Kamra, who served as the king representative. Emperor Ashoka maintained a massive standing army to protect the Maurya Empire and instill stability and peace across West and
I am Angura Khatun, a student of History Department. I will talk about the judiciary system of Maurya Empire. There are 2 types of judiciary system, central and Agramin. The king was the chief justice. The judge of the city was called the city practical Mahamatra. The judge of the village was called Rajya. According to Arthashastra, in the civil court, the religious and criminal court are tainted.
Hey there, my name is Shovik and I am going to discuss about women during Mauryan dynasty. Women during Mauryan dynasty were considered subordinate to men, but they were still to be treated respectfully. Education of women was important during that era. The society very well understood the importance of women being educated. Sati was prevalent. However, the widows who had children didn't want to become sati. Men were also allowed to have public jobs as textile production, temple dances, wage labor. Married women could have owned land also. So in a nutshell, we can see that women's status during Mauryan dynasty was much higher.
My name is Shomik from History Department. Today I am discuss about the agriculture of Maurya Empire. Agriculture was the primary source of livelihood of most Maurya Indians and it became the backbone of Maurya finance. Slave and suitors helped to maintain the land. In Maurya's empire, the king allowed the small landowners to keep the land in exchange for tax payment. A 25% tax was imposed on every harvest of farmer.
Spice, vegetable, fruit, wheat, sugar, etc. were grown in Maurya Empire. Pushyamitra was built a large scale of irrigation project called Sudarshan Lake in Kathiawar region of Gujarat.
My name is Sanjay Shah from History Department. Today's topic was Maurya law and order. We know many things about Maurya law and order from Kotiris Arthashastra. In Maurya government, the king was the chief lawmaker. The ministers and the amatras assist the king to progress of law. We know the 4 sources of law system. The 4 sources of law system were religion, use, character and king.
My name is Mauryan Kondol from History Department. Now I point out the downfall of the Mauryan dynasty. According to Puranas, in 187 BC, the Mauryan dynasty was wrecked when a chief commander named Pushyamitra Shunga murdered to the last Mauryan king, Brihadrath. But there are some debates about the opinion. According to H. Roy Chaudhary and Bratindranath Mukherjee, the next Mauryan kings were unskilled, improper and weak to keep on the unity in their kingdom. But according to Harapashad Shastri, the main reason of the downfall was the Ashoka's principles. And according to Gargi Samhita and Mahabhashya, the Javanas attack and the decentralization of the state governments also decreased the power of the dynasty.
My name is Dipankar Vishwash from History Department. Today I discuss about the conclusion of Maurya Emperor. Ashoka was the greatest summit of the Maurya Emperor. The Maurya Emperor after Ashoka's death were incompetent ruler. For this reason, the Maurya Emperor rapidly declined. The Maurya Emperor totally ended within 50 years after Ashoka's death. The last Maurya Samrat Brihadrath was killed by his own minister Pushyamitra Shunga 187 BC. At the time, the Maurya Emperor is totally ended and a new chapter open of Indian history.